thank God it is Friday. Hey, how you all doing? I thank God for your lives. Today, I have a question, or rather, there's a question that somebody asked, and the question is, he said, what really is the gospel? What really is the gospel? I'm going to try to expand that today. And I will not try to answer everything, but I'm going to be throwing the question back to every one of you wonderful followers, soul winners, people who have really become part of what we are doing, this challenge. So by Monday, then I will throw more light on it. So the question is this: what really is the gospel? You know, the Bible says in Mark chapter 16 and Mark 16 and verses 15 and 16. And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved. He that believes not will be damned. So let's look at it closely. Go preach the gospel. Gospel means good news. But there's a definite article before the before gospel. It is the. So there's so many good news out there. But when he says go and preach the good news, it means that it is specific. There's a specific news that is supposed to be given. This news is good, but what is that specific news? And this specific news that is good is supposed to be told to everyone. And everyone means everyone. It means the rich and the poor, the pauper and the billionaire or trillionaire, white and black and brown, the sick and the healthy, the young and the old. So what it simply means is that the pauper, the poor person, needs this gospel. The rich, the prince, the billionaire needs this same gospel that the poor person needs. The old needs it, the young needs it, the black man needs it, the white man needs it. Everybody needs this gospel. So what is this gospel that we must preach, that the rich and the poor needs? And the consequence is severe. If the rich believes in the gospel, he will be saved. If the poor believes in the gospel, he will be saved. If the poor does not believe the gospel, he will be damned. And if the rich billionaire does not believe in the gospel, he will be damned. So it looks as if this gospel is the thing that brings everybody together on the same plane and presents a need to everyone. And that need is salvation. He said it shall be saved or shall be damned. It means that the rich, the billionaire, needs to be saved. The poor needs to be saved. And they all need this gospel. So if that is true, then the question now is, what is this gospel that the poor and the rich must hear? Let's put it this way. You are in a room, and in this room, there are a lot of poor people and a lot of rich people. And there are a lot of very, very healthy people. no diagnosis, no sickness in their lives. And there are also lots of very sick people in the same room. A lot of old people, a lot of young people, the literate and the illiterate in this same room. And then you are asked to come and speak to these people and preach the gospel to these people. And you have 1 minute to preach the gospel. What will you say to them? What will you say that will amount to the gospel to the rich and the poor, the sick and the healthy, the male and the female? What will you say? What will you preach? What is the gospel that all these people must hear at the same time? I want you to please walk with me in this. In the comment section of our Facebook page or YouTube channel, our TikTok, okay, this is not going to be on TikTok, it's just our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. I want you to please say something about this. Put yourself in this position. You don't have to be right. We just want to do this together so that by the time we are talking about it next week, we will all have an understanding. Because everybody is preaching. And every Christian that is preaching says is preaching the gospel. Now, many people are confused. They are confused about what constitutes the gospel. What is the gospel? The gospel that the Bible says the rich needs, the poor needs. The Saudi prince needs it. The British king needs it. And the poor person on the street needs his gospel. What is this gospel? So in the comment section, I want you to say something. Just picture yourself in a room where there are rich people and poor people, sick people and healthy people, and you are asked to speak to them, to preach the gospel to them, and you have only 1 minute, and you don't not more than 5 sentences. So I want you to make your comment in the comment section. Write something, exactly what you will say to this audience in less than 1 minute. Make a comment, exactly what you will say. Write it down. And because this is weekend, so during this weekend, so we'll have enough time to be able to deal with this. Write it down. Write down the gospel you will preach. And then we'll go through all of them together. And at the end of the day, I will try to summarize and produce the answer. Because if we are asking you to preach the gospel, you got to know what the gospel is. If you were to have an opportunity of your lifetime to speak with the rich, or rather to speak to the richest man on earth about the gospel, you need to be prepared to know what to say, right? And if you have the opportunity to preach to the poorest person, you need to know what to say. If you have the opportunity to preach to the sick and the most healthiest person on earth who doesn't need anything, and the Bible says he needs the gospel, you see, you have to be able to know what to say. And the gospel is the gospel, not the gospels. The gospel. There's only one gospel. So please, please, please make your comment. Say something. Write out something. Make it clear. Make it short. Exactly what you will say in less than 1 minute. And then next week, we will go back to this and do this together. What is really the gospel? I will see you again on Monday, and then we will discuss this together. Please share this. Share with your friends. Share with your enemies. And subscribe, follow us. Let's do this together. We got to know what the gospel is. God bless you. I'll see you guys next week. And always remember that you are a soul winner. There's only one work that God has for all of us to do, and it's a work of reconciling the world to Him. And each one reaching one, each one of us reaching one is the only way we reach the world for Jesus. Be a part of it, because you are called to this same